go. Hello, good morning, good day. We're back. It is time for more Broken Sword. And I'm calling this as going to be, we are finishing Broken Sword today. Because after I stream, I save the game and it tells you like the percentage you go through the game, and we are at 81%. So yeah, there's not going to be a second stream of this afterwards. So yeah, we're going to be finishing it today and see where everything ends up. And I have a bunch of things I already have to say about this game, but I'm going to save that for the end because I don't want to front load everything. But let's just say I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole when it came to this game and its constant development over the last nearly 30 years it's been around. So yeah, let's just say that there's a reason why let's just say there's 3 versions of this game. There's the original, there's the director's cut that we're playing, and then there's the reforged version which came out last year. But there's more than that. there's more to it than that. All right, last time we were in Syria and we were in Spain. And in Syria, we met up with Marilyn Khan, Scarface, again. Almost got shot, but we found the lens that Klausner was looking for, died in the small little tomb. Got that, was able to escape. Also, I did find out about the cutscenes because I did say that the cutscenes seemed to cut off at the end, weirdly, abruptly. And yeah, I figured that out. So unless I forget, I'm going to talk about it at the end because it has to do with my rabbit hole business. Brought that back, was able to find the use for it in the church at Montfaucon, which led us to finding about the death of, I forget his first name, Jacques de Molay? It's de Molay. And we have the year of 1314. Another piece of the puzzle. Went to Spain to the Villa de Vasconcelos. There we go. And figured out that we have the temple, that there was the Templar history with that. The Bible is involved. And also we have to figure out, what was it? We had to find Don Carlos and figure out the mystery of what happened to his children. Because his children went missing. The burn of Jacques de Molay. Good, I got it. I should have brought this up because this is so much helpful. so much helpful. Yeah, the curse because of Don Carlos returning from scholarship to find his manservant killed, his children gone. We have to find the children wherever they might be. We found Don Carlos though because he was also in Montfaucon. So we figured out a word search. Which gave us a bunch of Bible verses and also Roman numerals around the plaque that was there. Now, where are we now? We're back in Paris. We are outside of the Institut Hermétique de Naval because they found a statue of Baphomet, not to be confused with Baphomet. Different. We're not going to be finding the goat demon here. We're going to be finding the depiction of the 3 faces melded together. Covered in Templar symbols, and we have to find our way in. So here we go. Let's begin. We have things. Here. We got a balcony.
Oh, darn. I left my grappling hook at home.
Oh,
no way could I get up there.
Why would I want to go up there? I think if it's an arc...
Get away from my dumpster.
Okay.
You'd think that if it was found in a dig, it wouldn't be up, it would be down.
There was a dumpster full of debris. From the excavation, I guessed.
Eh?
The painter didn't seem to regard the painting as too important. Not as important as a cigarette break, anyway. The painter had a pot of gunmetal gray primer hanging from the barrier.
Hey, monsieur! Get away from my paint pot!
Okay.
I should think so.
Okay.
Meddling with a man's paint pot. Pah!
Okay. Okay.
Excuse me, could you help me?
What is it?
I've got a few questions.
I'm sure I do.
I was pretty sure the shaken shock had shot its bolt in Syria.
Oh. It's out of battery, you mean? Finally used it and we can't use it anymore. Okay.
I've got a sewer key.
I used to work in the sewer.
Oh? What happened?
I had a cigarette break in a pocket of methane. A manhole cover landed on the other side of the Seine and I was sacked.
And you came out of it pretty unscathed. Good for you.
Has a guy calling himself Merlin been nosing around?
Was he wearing a t-shirt with "My name is Merlin" on it?
I doubt it.
Then how the hell am I supposed to know his name just by looking at him? Huh?
There's a bunch of people who would say, yeah, you look like a Timothy. I had to think of a name.
A greasy tissue. Don't get it too close to my cigarette, monsieur, or there'll be a conflagration.
Okay.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Yes, it's a communion chalice. I know, you know, I used to be an altar boy.
You?
Yes, me. What's so funny about that?
Nothing.
How times change.
Have you seen this man before?
Yes, he asked me a lot of questions, just like you.
Ooh. Okay. He's around.
I have some plaster of Paris.
Amazing.
Good job. All right.
What does the word Templar suggest to you?
Templar?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
You're doing a fine job.
Merci. I have my professional pride.
I don't think I've ever seen a Gauloise smoke so stylishly.
It's a natural talent.
I'm being sarcastic.
I'm being indifferent.
You're very good at that as well.
Merci. Vive l'indifférence.
L'indifference. All right.
So, what are you doing here?
I am having my break.
Yeah, I mean, when you finish your break.
When I finish my break, an interesting concept, monsieur.
You'll probably need to think about it.
I could have another cigarette while I consider. Perhaps tomorrow too.
Jeez. Like, I like the exchange that's happening here, but I'm also not getting anywhere.
Okay, let me put things differently. What were you hired to do here?
I was hired to keep the archaeological dig in the basement of this building clear of debris, and to touch up damage to the door frames with my little pot of paint. It's a very responsible job. Unfortunately, I'm not a very responsible person.
I bet because of your last job.
So what do you know about the excavation?
I know they won't let me in to do my job. I would complain to my union, but
You couldn't be bothered to join.
Right. Tell you what, though, I'm surprised at the sort of people interested in this excavation.
What's unusual about the visitors to the excavation?
None of them look like archaeologists to me.
Do you know what an archaeologist looks like?
Three-piece suits, crocodile-eyed attaché cases, Rolex oyster.
But no archaeologist dresses like that.
Quite right, monsieur, quite right.
So, who are they?
Who cares as long as they pay me?
And that's it. Okay.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Quite the character, even though I'm not getting much out of him. All right. Oh, I can't leave. Okay. It's like, oh. Like, I cannot leave until I have done my job here. All right. Ooh. We gonna go minecarting?
I couldn't see any use for a collection of dirt and half bricks. The doorway led to an old utility closet that had lost its door. There was nothing interesting in there. The doorway was full of assorted old tea chests, cardboard boxes, and so on, all empty and all uninteresting.
Mhm.
A thermostat was mounted over a radiator. The radiator was pumping out heat as the thermostat was cranked right over to full. No wonder it was warm in here, even with the door open to the chill of fall. I couldn't imagine what I'd achieved by turning the dial.
Hmm.
I couldn't get to the door while the guard was there.
Question of why is there a guard for the... Well, I guess to keep just random people out of the excavation site. I'm just spitballing here.
There was a closed door with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer.
That door's locked, monsieur.
Oh. Hey,
There was a telephone on the far wall.
phone. Which means we can potentially call Nico.
Do you mind if I use the phone?
Be my guest. I'm paid to guard this door. The phone can look after itself.
Hi, Nico?
Georges, what have you discovered?
Nothing yet.
Nothing. Is something wrong?
No.
Georges, why are you calling me?
Oh, no reason. I just wanted to hear your voice.
You did. Well, this is my voice saying, don't bother me, I'm busy.
Oh.
Ugh. Charming. Okay. So we can call Nico? You can call Nico
Hello,
again.
Nico. It's me.
Hi.
What do you want?
Some ideas.
You're the man on the spot, Georges. I can't hold your hand all of the time. Au revoir.
I would assume that you've been holding my hand already. And that really hasn't been happening too much except for the Catwoman business with the tripod.
A guard stood by a door I guessed led to the excavation. He looked pretty pompous. Well, not so much pretty, just pompous. I figured I'd best not bother Nico again until I'd got a good reason.
Okay.
Hi? Excuse me?
Oui?
Hi. Ooh. Plenty to talk about with you. Well, let's start with the Gruber.
Do you recognize this name?
Merlin. No?
This gadget is a sewer key.
So it is.
I'm amazed. Like, unless there's going to be some, like, fantastical other reason to have that, have this with us. Like, this should have been gone so long ago.
Maybe not. Look, a tissue stained with grease paint.
Ah, just what I've always wanted. If you give me that, you can enter through the door.
Really?
Of course not. What would I want with an old tissue?
Well, at least we're getting some better reactions to tissue.
I thought better of showing him the chalice.
Really?
He might be on the conspiracy's payroll, and I didn't want to risk it.
Oui? You have...
A sudden urge to sing. Care to join me?
No, no singing in here.
The acoustics are awful.
Have you seen this man before?
Oh,
You have.
no.
Okay.
I got this plaster from Ireland.
Not an exciting souvenir.
Okay. Toilet. Thing. Him.
What do you
Templar.
know about the Knights Templar? There was a long pause during which the guard said nothing. Then he said,
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
Is this a test?
What, like a history pop test?
No, like a test.
Okay, yes, it's a test.
Then I know absolutely nothing about the Templars.
Okay.
The guard was being amazingly evasive. It was going to take more than goodwill to get past him.
But asking about the Templars is not going to get me past him. Okay.
It sure is hot in here.
I have to have the door open to allow the workmen access, so why not? I turn the heat up.
You could wrap up warm.
I have my gloves if it gets cold, but why bother when it's warm anyway?
doesn't explain why the thermostat is all the way up.
I'd like to use the washroom, but the door's locked.
Oh, that's no problem. You can have the key.
Thanks.
Oh, cool. Okay. Great.
On the keyring was a big old key that looked like it might fit the excavation door.
Okay, well, I'm not done with them yet.
Hi again.
What is it?
Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Okay. Now I need to get them back. Ooh, uh-oh.
So,
Okay.
what exactly are you doing here?
I'm guarding. You expect to find me shearing sheep?
Take it easy. I just didn't realize you were a guard. I'd like to know what you're guarding, please.
That's a secret.
It wouldn't happen to be an archaeological site, would it?
Are you asking me or telling me?
I'm telling you.
Then why ask?
I had a feeling this was no normal hole in the ground.
And awkwardly, I had the keys, and now they're
Talk
gone.
to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Can I...
Hi again.
What is it?
Toilet,
I
thank
need
you.
to use the toilet again.
Again? Already?
I didn't even
I
use
have
it the
this
first time.
problem. How technical do you want me to get?
Never mind. Here's the key.
I have irritable bowel syndrome.
The door was locked.
Another one where I have to use the key even though it's in my inventory.
I didn't want any coal.
No, you sure? It's all over the place.
I didn't want it.
Wow, that view spot is really odd. That is a blob of viewing. Okay. Wouldn't it be great to have like a very practical thing like a shovel in an adventure game? That would be crazy.
The thing felt really hot. Big demands seemed to be being made on it. Being in a charming comfort station like this made me think fondly of the toilet in Syria. That place was kept in pretty good order. At least, it had been until I vandalized it. Still, it was all for a good cause.
It wasn't, because the chain that I even got just went to Nico, and that was it. It was a completely useless item.
I didn't need to get near to tell the toilet needed cleaning.
Well, this is just the story of George Stobart never having to go to the washroom.
On the wall was an automatic hand dryer. I wasn't about to wash my hands in this place, so I didn't need to dry them.
Even though the water is just constantly flowing.
Oh boy! Dirty soap! How do they do that?
It's pretty easy if you've lived with another guy, especially another young guy. They definitely know how to breed things in a bathroom.
Oh boy! Dirty soap! How do they do that?
Okay, what am I doing?
On the wall was an automatic hand dryer.
Right. Sink.
The taps were rusty. Oh boy! The cold taps washer looked to have failed. It was just dribbling down the sink.
Okay. Nothing new there.
The tap...
Okay, I'm supposed to do something. I'm holding the soap. Like, wait.
On the keyring was a big old key that looked like it might fit the excavation door.
So, okay, if I'm supposed... All right, we've we've hit the moment. What am I supposed to do with this? Okay, so I have the key. I want that excavation key, but I can't. But obviously, I can't take it off the key ring. So, am I supposed? And I'm holding soap. Holding soap. Soap. This seems stupid.
Perhaps perhaps I could make a copy of the key. The key had made a clear imprint in the soap.
Oh,
The
that
bar
is
of soap
ridiculous.
had the imprint of a key in it.
Oh, that's ridiculous. I'm making a soap imprint. Okay. Okay. So that's why I still have the plaster.
I knew keeping that plaster was a good idea. With the plaster and the imprint, I was on the right lines. I had filled the key's imprint in the soap with dry plaster.
All right. And then because it's
I
dry
had filled the
plaster,
key's
now we wet it.
You can't make a cast without wetting the plaster. But wet plaster alone does not make a cast.
And then we dry it.
I used the dryer to speed up the process.
Completely impractical.
Well, it had taken a while, but I had made myself a completely unconvincing plaster key. Way too fragile to use in a lock. I'd have to substitute it for the real one. Trouble was, it looked like plaster and not metal. Then again, that plaster statue in Syria hadn't looked like stone until I'd been a bit artful with it. Maybe I could improve the key as well.
Okay, they're really telegraphing this one compared to the last one. Yeah, that's the grease paint on the statue. That really stumped me.
It was my plaster copy of the excavation key. Trouble was, it looked like plaster, and it felt like plaster.
Okay,
Maybe
not
not.
as easy as just making it greasy. Gotcha. That would mean there's nothing in my inventory that would work there. More plaster
Maybe
on
not.
it.
Maybe not.
Okay. So we need something to make it look less like a plaster key.
It was my plaster copy.
That's what we need. There's the coal? No? Okay. Just ram it into the coal and break it. I think I don't need to be...
I didn't need to use the soap again.
Yeah, I don't think I need to be here anymore. Okay. There isn't any of the odds and ends in here, is there?
I couldn't see any use for a collection of dirt and half bricks.
Dirt's not going to help.
The doorway led to an old utility closet that had lost its door. There was nothing interesting in there.
Okay. There's paint outside.
Hey, monsieur, don't go with my keys.
Oh, I have to actually give you the keys back? Okay. I'll be back for them.
Hi again.
What is it?
Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Maybe not.
Look, I made a copy of the key.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Keep dangling stuff in front of people. There is the paint can. Can you just dunk it in?
Hey,
2 seconds.
Get away from my paint pot.
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. Bah.
One of those things where it's like, it just takes 2 seconds to do something, and it won't let me, and it's 2 seconds, and it's completely harmless. I'm whining.
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
I made a key.
I made this key out of plaster.
How thrilling. How clever. How pointless.
Okay.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur. Hey, you. Get away.
Okay.
I'm not going to be able to look at anything with him here. Nothing. Now I'm just at a clicking point. Oh, I can. Now I can move the thermostat?
I turned the heating off. As I
Okay.
hoped, the guard put his gloves on.
Okay. Sure.
I'd turned the thermostat all the way down. It was getting pretty chilly.
Okay, fine.
I couldn't get to the door. Hi again.
What is...
That's just getting the keys again.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir.
Can't really do anything without. No. Nico, any help? Can call her again.
Pilar!
Hello, Nico. It's me.
Hi, George. What's happening?
I'm at the excavation, but they won't let me in.
Damn! We need to know what's in there.
Don't worry. I've got a scheme. I'm going to need your help, though.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
I want you to keep somebody on the phone for a while.
Who?
A painter. I need to get at his pot.
Oh, okay.
Stay on the line. I'll go and get him.
Okay. Hey, there's a lady who wants to talk
Hi,
to you.
it's me again.
What now?
Well, sorry for Nico having to talk to this guy, though.
You've got a phone call.
For me? Are you certain?
It's a woman. She sounded hot.
What woman? She must be mistaken, monsieur.
Well, she asked for that hunk of a man with the nicotine fingers and his ass hanging out of his pants.
Certainly sounds like me. Stand back. It wouldn't do to keep the lady from her hunk.
Oh, boy. All right, he's gone.
What would I need a whole pot of paint for?
Now, I don't know. Let's try this again. Make it, yeah, just dip it.
A well-used wheelbarrow was sitting by the rubble-filled dumpster. There was a dumpster full.
That it?
What would I need? The plaster key had soaked up the paint nicely and now looked pretty convincing. Still felt like plaster, though.
It looks worse.
Well, monsieur, what a strange woman. She was all over me and then suddenly, nothing but abuse.
Really?
What? Abuse? Ah well, I have a cigarette to finish. And monsieur, if she calls again, I am not available.
Well, hopefully I don't need anything else. Okay, so I have the key, so maybe I can make the switch now. So I'll
Hi
need the
again.
keys back.
What is it?
I need to use the,
Again?
I have this.
Never.
Let's do it in front of him.
Now, I'd substituted the fake key. for
Wow,
the
I can do it in
excavation
front of
key.
him?
It looked okay, but felt false.
Okay, fine. Ooh, boy. Okay. Wasn't expecting that, of all things.
It was the key to the excavation.
Okay, I'm very curious.
Hi again.
What is it?
After the amount of trouble I'd been through
Okay.
to get that key,
Good.
I wasn't about to share
Not gonna
with the
take the
guard
key.
how clever I'd been.
Alright, here's your
I held
keys
my
back.
breath and hoped that he wouldn't notice the substitution. Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Okay, now what?
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Okay, now what? How am I supposed to get into the... I have the key to the door, but how am I supposed to get in when the guard is still here? How do I get the guard out? Nico? I can call. I can call.
Hi, Nico. It's me again.
I'd guessed. What do you want this time?
What did you say to the painter?
I shan't repeat it, George.
Look, I need to get the guard out of the way. Could you call back and ask him to get the painter again?
Okay, I'll call back soon.
This looked like a good place to watch things develop.
Hey, you! It's the phone.
Yeah, who is it?
How should I know? What am I, your social secretary?
It's not a chick, is it?
Yes, it's a woman. Are you going to answer it?
Does she have a warm, sensual voice like molten chocolate?
Yes, she has a really sexy voice. Now get a move on.
I'm not talking to her.
I can see that. You're wasting time talking to me.
No, you don't understand. I refuse to talk to her.
You refuse. You refuse. I'm wasting valuable time.
Don't make me laugh. Your time valuable? You just stand around all day.
I have a highly responsible job. Pah, don't pah me, you elephantine oaf. My job is important.
Impossible. They would have hired somebody competent in that case.
Meaning what?
Instead of which they hired a dismal rent-a-cop like you. All epaulettes and no brains.
Why, you...
This looked set to carry on for some time. It was too good an opportunity to miss.
Wait, verbose.
The guard was telling the painter there was a call for him, and the painter wasn't believing a word of it. Looked like he had enough problems without me interfering.
Okay, let's go then. What a thing. What a thing.
The door was locked.
Okay. I'll use the key. All right. Yeah, there's your guy.
I couldn't see anything useful to do with the planks.
Bucket, skull.
No, thanks. I think I'm carrying enough junk.
Oh. What's one more? What's a skull? What? You can use a skull. Trowel. What else I'll look at? Other than the... Can't even look at the statue. But I do have to go down. Ah, there we go. We have these two things.
There was no doubt about it. It was the same sort of idol I'd seen in Syria, Baphomet. The Templars had certainly been through here.
Baphomet. Sure.
Now there's a familiar face. Close up, the pattern didn't make any sort of sense. It fanned out around an axis point, a kind of focus to one side. Close up, the pattern didn't make any sort of sense. It fanned out around an axis point, a kind of focus to one side.
That's kind of it. Well, all right, that should mean that I have to do something. Okay. With the Baphomet statue, if it's connecting back to the manuscript, I'm going to go back to the manuscript. With that section, there's the Baphomet faces, which were reflected by a mirror. I don't have a mirror.
It was hard to believe it was the same chalice. Now the light gleamed off its perfect surface.
But
Now there's a familiar face.
okay, that I wasn't expecting that.
Now there.
No. So I feel like if it's a mirror and I have this polished chalice, that should give me a mirror. A mirror somehow? Yeah?
And there it was, decoded by the curves of the chalice, the image of a church.
And we're done. Wow.
I found out what the chalice was for.
You've solved the puzzle?
Yeah, there was a distorted picture at the Baphomet site. When I viewed it in the polished surface of the chalice, it changed.
What did it show?
A picture of a church with a square tower.
Church with a square tower. Okay, before I go through
Let's take another
the
look
inventory,
at
I
the
want to
manuscript.
look, yeah. Just to refresh. So I did this section. So this section's
There's a
done.
woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
So we kind of did that. We figured out there's a church. We did this.
A knight with a crystal ball. The knight scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened.
Yeah, we did that. It's not entirely done because of the Bible verses, I think. But we got the burning of Jacques de Molay, 1314.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod.
Which we got the gem and the tripod, which led us to Marib, which led us to Bull's Head, which got us the lens in order to do this part.
There's a guy working on a loom.
The loom, though... Have we ever done the loom? I feel like the loom is the only one left.
Look there, 2 guys on the same horse.
Okay. Oh.
No way. This is the tool I...
I can still show her the sewer key?
Yes, you
Yeah.
Hey, Nico, shake...
No chance.
Look at the chalice.
Yeah, and I already showed her the chalice.
What happened?
The priest of Montfaucon.
That ink?
Yeah.
No.
Do you want this photo?
No.
Okay. So, we have a church.
I guess I'd better return the chalice to the Countess.
Really?
Hurry back, Georges.
That's our... We're heading back to Spain? Finally got past the dig guard and into the Baphomet site. Sorry. Found out that what the chalice was for. Following the clues from Syria and Spain, put in front of the Baphomet statue, image of a church reflected in the surface. That's it. Rogeri. These posts, music, phone. Can still go back to the museum. Maybe there's something more I can talk to with Andre.
Hi, Andre. Hello, Georgie.
Guess not. Nope.
Thanks for your help. You're welcome.
Okie dokie.
I think he's... And the last thing I needed...
Going around. Let's see.
I didn't have time.
There's any reason to talk to the priest,
Hello
but I'm
again,
gonna
Father.
just do it just in case.
Bonjour, monsieur.
No?
Boy.
Merci.
Okay.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
think I'll be able to talk to him about the... Okay, I'm clicking on this and it's not doing anything. There we go. Or, no. Okay, it's there, but I cannot click. Okay, this is a false icon to click on. All right, can't do anything with it. I can look back into the scroll.
A scroll was a scholarly. Per disciplinum may sounds pretty.
Yeah, and I already did that.
Discip-
Yeah. Ah, there we go.
Hey, a night. Let me see.
13, 14. Wow, I have to click on this multiple times in order to get that information again.
Third.
This is falling apart. This is like, I can't click on this one either. Come on. Okay. I guess I'm not supposed to be here if they're going like, here's all these spots that you have no reason to be at. Okay, let's head back to... That's weird. It's like, okay, I have to just casually head back to Spain. This game really focused on how long, like, the timeline was and how this is happening over the span of a few days. Whereas now, like, I'm just hopping back and forth. I don't even know how many days it's been anymore because it hasn't really focused on that too much. But yeah, I can go back to Spain. Now, is it still going to cut out? Because this looks exactly the same. Yep. Barely see the Pegasus.
Mausoleum, summer house. Easy mistake to make. Lopez, one man and his hose. Hi there, Lopez. How's tricks?
Senor Stobart, how pleasant to see you. You are well.
Fine, thanks. Is the Countess in?
She is waiting for you. I will show you up.
It's okay, I know the way.
Senor Stobart, I feel I owe you an apology.
No, you don't.
I was impolite on our first meeting.
Look, Lopez, just forget about it. I came on like a snake oil merchant. I wouldn't have trusted me in your shoes.
You do not understand. Finding the chalice has given my lady a new lease of life. It's a marvel. She smiles, she laughs. The tradesmen are saying that she is on Prozac.
Prozac, the positivity drug. Already showed him most of these things. There's really no reason.
What's the story behind the chalice vanishing?
When the Inquisition raided, in the absence of Don Carlos, it was believed that they had taken it. Naturally, they denied the charge as they denied taking the children. And naturally, nobody believed them.
But they were telling the truth. The chalice was hidden from them. You don't suppose they were telling the truth about the children as well, do you?
Madre de Dios! I had not thought of that. But then what happened to them?
I don't know. If the Inquisition didn't take them, then who did?
You must speak to my lady of these.
Count on it.
Okay.
So the Countess feels that the curse is lifted.
I would not put it so strongly. Your discovery of the chalice was proof that the Templars never abandoned the De Vasconcelos. It counts for a great deal with my lady.
Okay. So, chances are, we're not going to go to a new location in order to find the children.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
If what he's saying there, if the chalice was found here, Sadly, the children are going to be found here too. That's a little bit gruesome. Okay.
Nope, I wasn't going to screw around with Lopez's hose, now that we were getting on so well.
Okay. Let's go see the dogs. Maybe they like me now. No? Okay. I thought she was going to speak. Nope, she just stood up.
The Countess de Vasconcelos seemed a lot happier than the last time we met.
Oh. Sit down. Oh, can I just make her, like, repeat her
The
animation?
Countess de Vasconcelos.
Boop. And up.
The Countess...
Boop. Dumb. Alright.
Senor Stobart, oh, what a pleasure. Please, sit down.
Hi, Countess. The pleasure's all mine. I've brought back your chalice.
Why? You've had it cleaned.
Yeah, I met an obliging priest with a soft cloth.
Have you resolved
Say it that
the
way.
mystery?
No, not yet. I don't even know what it is I'm after.
There are many stories of the knight secreting great wealth away.
Whatever. All I know is I don't want the bad guys to get it.
Ah, to be young and live in a world of moral absolutes.
Well, here's the key. No?
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
Where is this line of questioning going?
Nowhere helpful. That is...
Weird how the tissue is still a thing. Alright. So we got our chalice and we also have... I guess the chess pieces?
I discovered something amazing with that chalice. In Paris, I found a church where they recognized the coat of arms. I found the tomb of Don Carlos de Vasconcelos.
You are sure? There can be no mistake?
The coat of arms on the chalice matches the one on the tomb.
Incredible. You have my most profound thanks. I must go there as soon as possible.
Yeah? Well, I'd be happy to show you the city. There's something else that I discovered carved on Don Carlos's tomb. Biblical references.
What are the references, Senor Stobart?
Psalms 32:7, Corinthians...
I am not a good enough scholar to know the Bible chapter and verse. I meant, what are the quotations?
You know, I forgot to ask the priest.
You think I would have been able to ask him when I was there? Okay, alright, fine. Okay, so can't even ask the priest when I'm at the church after I solve the puzzle, going like, okay, what are the four? I think it was four. It's like it was 2 Psalms, a Corinthians, and a John.
There's still the mystery of the missing chess piece.
I do not think that it will ever be discovered unless the fate of the children is revealed.
The Inquisition were suspected of taking the chalice and the kids, right? We know now they were innocent of the first crime. What if...
They did not take the children either. Then what happened to them?
The Inquisition admitted to killing Don Carlos's manservant. Now, this guy had been told to protect the kids at all costs, right?
That is correct.
I think he hid them and the chalice when he got wind that the Inquisition was coming. With him dead, and Don Carlos driven mad with grief, there was nobody left who knew the secret. You know what this means, don't you?
I fear so. The children are still here somewhere. If this is so, then it is small wonder that the de Vasconcelos are cursed.
Okay.
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
I was very excited that he found. Okay. But yeah, now we're on the hunt for
The Countess de...
dead children. I'm gonna make her sit down. Nope.
The Countess...
Sit down. You all the way in Spain and have a moose head. Quite a thing. All right. There is kind of a remaining thing in the mausoleum, but I'm going to talk to Lopez first.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can...
Okay, he has nothing to
Catch you
say.
later, Lopez.
Adios.
Great. All right, let's go to... Okay, that brings me out here. Because there is an unfinished business because there was the stick in the window. But I couldn't do anything with it last time.
Now what? There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again. I couldn't climb up there without... High up in the dome were windows. I guess they might open them to make it less stuffy in there.
Sure, but wouldn't I use that in order to close the window? So that I could do something?
Hanging from the ceiling was a huge yellowed candle. It looked really old and had never been lit.
Versus these two candles here.
It was a rod with a cone, and I guessed it was for snuffing out the big candle in the chandelier.
What? Wait. Snuffing out the big candle in the but it's never been lit.
It was a rod with a cone and a hook on the end. I guessed it was for snuffing out the big candle in the chandelier.
So do I have to light that candle?
It was too delicate to move.
Can't move Mary. Apparently
The
can move the
chess
Bible,
pieces
though.
had been removed, and the Bible returned to its resting place. The candles had been lit. The Countess's way of saying thanks to her ancestors, I guess.
Okay, I just took the Bible.
It was the Spanish Bible I borrowed from the mausoleum.
Okay.
Now that it had given up its secret, the glass squares in the lectern were just decorative again.
Okay. There's not much else I can do in here, so let's just head back to... Let's head back to the Countess and see what we can do with the Bible. Actually, Lopez, what can we do with the Bible? Turn off your water.
Hi, Lopez.
Certainly, senor.
This Bible's in Spanish.
See?
I would have expected Latin.
Be careful with it. It was a present to my lady from an old friend. He died a long time ago. It is all she has to remember him by.
Okay, I'll handle it with kid gloves.
Mm-hmm. Sure you will.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios.
No matter what language it's in, we should be able to just give it to her and see what we can get out of it.
Again? Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
Here's the Bible from the mausoleum.
Very well. Let us begin. The first reference.
Psalms 32:7.
Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. My hiding place.
Don't get your hopes up too high. This might just be leading us to where we found the chalice.
You are right, of course. The next.
Okay, John 4:11.
John 4:11. Here. The well is deep. the next? Quickly.
Okay. Corinthians 4:5.
Here it is. Will bring to light the hidden things. Any more?
Just one. Psalms again. 22:21.
Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. The last is confusing. Lions, unicorns, what does it mean?
I can't guess.
Salient points seem to be a hiding place and a deep well. In no sense is the mausoleum a well, Senor Stobart.
Is there a well in the grounds?
I do not know. I suppose that there must have been once upon a time. Lopez is the man to ask about anything pertaining to the estate.
Okay. And she just goes down and she goes like, well, what else do you want to talk about? But that's it. Okay.
That's okay.
My home.
Hiding place, the well is deep, will bring light into hidden things. Save me from the lion's mouth. Hiding place, the well is deep, will bring light into hidden things. It's the third one that connects with me a little bit more. Save me from the lion's mouth. All right, but I guess we're talking to Lopez now.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
You must know just about everything that there is to know about this place.
See, I have lived my whole life here in the service of the Vasconcelos.
Do you know of a well anywhere around here?
Well, si, senor. This used to be a fortified villa. How can you last a siege without water?
Great. So where is it?
How should I know? The well was covered over in the last century. It was dangerous, you see.
And you have no idea where it was?
None. It was hidden even before my grandfather's time.
You must have a vague idea of where the well is.
It must have been in the old house's courtyard, so that would put it around here.
Here? Okay. How do we find it?
There might be a way. Let me think about it.
You've had time thinking about it. I want to know.
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet, Senor Stobart. I shall give it more thought.
How about now?
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet.
Okay.
Any ideas?
Not as...
Oh, shoot. It's just going to keep looping.
Look at this tissue.
Why?
I'd like your opinion on it.
Tell me where the well
It has
is.
some sort of oily...
That's grease paint.
Oh, it stinks of solvent. Stray spark, and your head might blow up.
I don't think it's quite that flammable.
Okay, that's the second time somebody has mentioned that. Does it say anything about the other ones? No, it's still that tissue. The tissue... Any ideas?
Yet?
Not as yet.
Okay, fine.
Catch you later, Lopez.
I'll leave you alone. Okay, there's still the mausoleum then. And so if it... Okay, that's the second time with the tissue though, about lighting it on fire. Or don't light it on fire. Well, we have a fire here. We have that candle. So what if I tissue? Because that looks tall enough so that I could light the candle. Mm-hmm. So why can't I close the window?
Hanging from the ceiling was a huge... It looked really old.
Well, I just lit it, so that line actually doesn't work anymore. I would like to close the window, please. Oh, now you will.
High up in the...
Yeah.
Now what? Feeling like an idiot?
The tissue was pretty charred, but the grease paint had done most of the burning.
That's very interesting that I have to do it twice. Instead of, close the window and then light the candle. No, it's I have to light the candle so that I can blow out, so that I have to close the window so that I can actually light it properly. That's a little dumb. Wow, and so we wait for the candle to melt. Another key.
The candle had burnt brilliantly, but only for a couple of minutes. Some kind of special formulation, I guess. And had yielded up this. A complex shape expertly cut in stone. I figured it was some kind of key.
We haven't seen a key like that since the last time we played as Nico, which was way too long ago now that I think about it.
It was a smooth, intricately carved piece of stone that had been concealed inside the great candle. The tissue was pretty charred.
Okay. Guess I brought light to a hidden thing. Candle in the mausoleum contains some sort of carved stone key. Anything else? Other than feeling like an idiot?
Now, feeling like an idiot.
Yep. Okay. Well, I have a key to show to people. Let's do that. Have you thought of anything, Lopez?
Hi, Lopez.
Certainly, senor.
This tissue is charred.
You won't get any argument from me on that, Senor Stobart.
Look at this.
Do you know what this is?
No, senor. Is it some kind of key?
Yeah, I think it probably is.
Where did you get it?
It was hidden inside the big candle in the mausoleum.
And you burnt it? I wondered what the light was I saw through the window. My lady will be furious. The candle was centuries old.
Ah. Any ideas yet?
We are looking for a source of water, see?
Yes?
For generations, the Spanish country folk have had a secret way of locating water, even if it is meters beneath the ground.
Ah, you're not talking about water dousing, are you?
Eh?
You know, you get a stick and walk around until the stick twitches and dig there.
Oh, you've heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most of the planet has. Okay, let's get a stick.
Uno momento. It must be a special stick. A Y of hazel.
Right. Do you have any hazel trees?
See? Here. That is hazel.
Where is Hayes? Oh, something up there, over there.
So that was what a hazel tree looks like.
Cool.
I went over to find a suitable stick. I don't believe it. There wasn't a single usable Y-shaped branch on the whole damn thing.
The music comes back up going like, hey, you get to look around for a stick. Maybe?
There wasn't a single use...
Hey, Lopez, that didn't help.
Hi, Lopez.
Certainly.
Oh, when you're done.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios.
Okay, well, let's see the Countess again because we have that key.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my...
I charred a
What does
tissue.
this charred tissue suggest to you?
You have pyromaniac tendencies?
No, sure.
What do you make of this?
It looks like some sort of key. Where did you get it from?
It was buried inside the great candle in the mausoleum.
Inside it. What have you done to it?
I, lit it.
But it is irreplaceable.
Listen, the candle was to be lit in case of Moorish attack, right? Well, it burnt down in no time and revealed this key thing. Maybe that was the real purpose of lighting the candle.
What are you suggesting?
That lighting the candle was the equivalent of break glass in case of emergency.
Sentiment must not stand in the way of solving this mystery. You did the right thing.
I don't know if the direction of that line really hits.
I'll have a look
I'm
around.
still mad at you, but
That's
you did the
okay.
right
My
thing.
home is your home.
Okay.
Hello again.
Please.
Oop, I didn't mean to do that.
I'll have a look
I
around.
just wanted her to sit, not... Okay. Okay. So we have a key that doesn't go anywhere specific that I've seen. And we have a dowsing situation that we don't even know what to do with. Where? Okay, there
I
he is.
didn't like the idea of carrying 30 yards of hose around me, so I left it alone.
There.
So that was what a hazel tree looks like.
That's it? He didn't point over here. Unless he did and I wasn't paying attention. If I looked over... That...
I went over to find a suitable stick. Aha!
It was a thin, supple twig of hazel.
Lovely. Lovely. So... Use the thing? Use the thing? I think I would have grabbed it and then started using it. I'll just go back to Lopez, I guess, and say, hey, I found a stick. I'm a good dog. Look at the stick I found. Stick?
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Well, I got my divining rod. Now what?
Simplicity itself, senor. Hold the wand at the upper ends of the Y. Apply a little tension with your wrists so that the slightest movement of the wand's tip is clear, and walk slowly and steadily over the area.
Sounds easy enough. We'll find this well in no time.
Many days passed. Well, at least Lopez is doing something else other than being with the hose. Dun, 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 dun. We're on the hunt for water. We need a drink. No. This is riveting. I'm not even doing anything.
Senor Stobart, you've found something.
This is it. This is where we find the secret of the Templars. Hidden here for hundreds of years. Lost from the sight of man until now. The mystery is revealed.
It's a
What?
tin can.
I've been walking up and down with a twig in my hands, looking for a tin can.
It had water in it. That's what the dowsing stick must have detected.
I'd have to check with an archaeologist, but I don't think the Templars left that.
In truth, Senor Stobart, the loan was laid many, many years ago. This can could date back to the Napoleonic Wars.
Get rid of it and I'll try it again. Lopez threw the can away. It seemed to fall an awfully long way.
Bong.
The splash at the end confirmed what we both suspected. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
It has been here all the time. All those years and nobody found it.
It was
Stood in awe
behind
for a moment,
everything.
marveling at the secrets all around us.
I could have fallen down that.
Yeah, that still weirdly cuts.
The well had been lost for decades at least. The air was cool after the noon sun, but that's not what gave me goosebumps. I have a really, really bad feeling about this.
Huh.
It was a long way down. The brilliant midday sun shone almost directly down the shaft, and I still couldn't see the water. Sometime in antiquity, there'd been a rock slide. Big ones. I wished I'd had a hard hat.
Lion's head.
From a distance, the lion's head had been impressive. Close up, it was frightening. Hey, one of the fangs is a separate piece. I could hear the sound of a lot of stone moving, and I knew I was in danger. Oh, very funny, you psychos!
Senor Stobart! Senor Stobart! Are you all right?
It's okay, Lopez, I'm fine!
Que susto me has dado! You gave me a scare!
Nice try, Templars.
If it's based on save me from the lion's mouth, I guess that's what that comes up to.
I wished that I had Leary's flashlight now. It was too dark to see, and I had to rely on touch. It just felt like a pitted stone wall. I'd almost been killed for the sake of a red herring. I wished that I had... It was too... It just felt like I'd almost been...
Okay. Yeah. So, saying I can't see, I need a flashlight. Will bring light into hidden things. Because, yeah, we have the three here done. Hiding place. Well is deep. It is. Save me from the lion's mouth. Will bring light into it. So I need something that's going to be shining a light, but I don't have a flashlight. I have electricity buzzer. Can go back up, though. At least I'm not stuck here. Nothing else here would give any sort of light. The well's over there. Okay.
So that was what a hazel tree looked. Lopez.
What do you have to say now?
Hi, Lopez.
Certainly, sir.
It's really dark down there. Do you have a flashlight or something?
No. I broke my torch only last month.
Damn. It's so bright up here, but the light's just not getting into the corners.
See, the light, it goes in straight lines.
Goes in straight lines.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios.
Goes in straight lines.
Hello again.
Please.
Can't say anything to her.
I'll have a look
Okay.
around if...
My home.
It was just a little utility room with no exit, unless you counted the window, and I didn't.
Okay. Why?
It was a small mirror hanging over the sink.
Yeah, this is what he used to like shave. Why can I take it?
The mirror from Lopez's utility room. Yep, I was still looking great.
So can I use the mirror to reflect the light coming down from the well in order to see? That sounds dumb. All right, let's give it a try then. But not on there. But maybe on the light?
I realized I could use the mirror to reflect the light from above. There, in the middle of the door, I could see some kind of socket. It looked like this wasn't quite the dead end it had seemed.
There's a socket.
Now I knew what I was looking for. It only took a few moments to find it. And there it was. A worked socket, as smooth and perfect as if it had been carved only yesterday. Now I knew what I was... And there it...
And if it's a socket...
I slid the stone key into the lock. There were buttons that turned the dials.
It's uncanny that I'm able to see it so clearly. Okay. Roman numerals, and the only Roman numerals I have are back here. 14, 27, 6, 81, 3, 1, 17, 12, 25. So if I use those, I should be able to do something with them. So let's see, 14 followed by 27. One ring goes 1 to 9, and the other one goes, except for the XC, which is 90. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to have to go back and forth. So 14. So let's try it. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And maybe this button.
I heard the sounds of the lock moving. Either that or the wall was going to come down on my head.
14. Okay. Followed by 27. Okay. Then 6. It's not going above 10. Guess that's why there's a blank spot. 6. Okay. Then 81. Have to go all the way around this ring. Okay. 3 and 1. 3. 1. Okay. Then 17, 12. And then 25? 25.
Oh, yes! Bonus points for that, I hope. I knew the old Stobart fingerwork wouldn't let me down. Before I left, there was one last thing to do.
Oh, come on. There's got to be more to that.
You won't be needing that replacement piece anymore, Countess. I found it with the children. You'll probably want to be alone for a while. I'll be out in the garden with Lopez.
George, welcome back.
Come in, George. It's good to see you again.
Is it?
Sure. What did you find in Spain?
Without Andre, we wouldn't have got this far, George.
Yeah, I know. The clues led to an underground chamber at the bottom of a well. The Templars had left a tapestry showing a chessboard. The white pieces were vastly outnumbered. There was a stream running across the board, and a Templar knight on a horse.
Does it mean anything to you, Andre?
No, nothing.
Maybe we should tell Andre what else you found, George.
There's a map and a Latin inscription to the west at the edge of the world.
George found that in a cave in Syria.
Yeah, where the assassin almost killed me.
Then we've got the burning of Jacques de Molay and the date, 1314.
From the window of the church in Montfaucon Square, one of the few places where nobody tried to kill me.
Then we have the image of a church that George found at the excavation. I don't recall anyone trying to kill you there either, George.
And finally we have the tapestry in Spain. Did I mention I almost got killed there?
Not yet, but I'm sure you're about to.
It was only my cat-like reflexes that saved me from certain death.
Cat-like reflexes, eh?
And while I was risking life and limb, where were you, Andre? Getting your glasses fogged up over an Etruscan vase?
That's enough, boys. Can we get back to saving the world?
Of course. My apologies.
He started it.
Well, the Latin
Where's this
phrase
going?
are the words of Julius Caesar. He was describing the island of Britain.
Are you sure? The map didn't look much like Britain.
Oh, it absolutely
How come
did.
Caesar described Britain as being at the edge of the world?
To the Romans, the Mediterranean was the center of the universe. Britain was a remote, unfriendly place, inhabited by blue-painted savages.
It hasn't changed much,
They've stopped painting themselves blue.
except when they go to a football match.
They used an extract from a plant called woad, Icetis tinctoria. The Scots were using it until fairly recently in their wars with the English.
Fairly recently? I don't recall the Scots being at war with the English. How recently are you talking about?
I believe William Wallace's men used it in the 13th century. They might well have been using it as late as...
You can't remember, can you?
1314.
Ah, we're back onto that, are we?
Andre, what is it? What do you mean?
1314 in Scotland. The Battle of Bannockburn.
That would explain the stream on the chessboard. That's what a burn is. Right, Andre? As in Bannockburn?
Right, George. And it gets better. Tradition has it that the Scots were helped by a shock force of, well, can't you guess?
Knights Templar?
Yes, a group of outlawed Templars. They are said to have turned the tide for the Scots.
And it all ends at a church in the Isle of Britain at Bannockburn in a church.
What are we waiting for? I'll call a cab.
I can't go.
Andre, you've been loads of help, but
What George is trying to say is that you shouldn't feel guilty.
I was.
We understand you've got commitments. Oh, listen, we have to hurry. Let's go, George.
We'll see it through. Oh, and, don't worry about us.
Something about the direction that rubs me the wrong way. I feel like with that kind of exchange, there should have been like one or two more of those before in order to make that land a little bit better. Especially when we haven't seen Nico do much since the tripod business. Okay, now we got Nico with us, at least. She's actually being, like, active now. Okay. I've discovered a hidden cave and found the pathetic corpses of the missing children grasping the missing chess piece. So the royal manservant must have hidden them, and they waited there, terrified and all alone for their father's return, finally dying of dehydration and starvation. Of the Vasconcellos' curse. Hope the Vasconcellos curse has finally been lifted. All the clues came together and suddenly made sense. The year 1314, a church, stream, or burn running through the site of a massively one-sided battle. It all points to the Battle of Bannockburn, in which a small Scottish army defeated a much larger English army. Legend had it that the Scots were aided by a Templar army. So Nico and I are heading to the Church of St. Ninians, close to the city of Stirling in Scotland, where the Battle of Bannockburn was fought. Lobino couldn't come. What a shame. And most of my inventory is gone, except for...
It was the Shake and Shock buzzer.
Why is this still in my inventory?
Costume shop.
Why is this still in my inventory?
It was Nico's photograph of the man we suspected of...
Okay, and...
The nose was hollow. Printed on the inside were the
Why
words,
do I have the
La
clown
Risée
nose
du
back?
Monde, Paris. It was a bright red plastic nose. Part
Why
of a
do I
clown's
have
costume.
the clown nose back? Nico, you can have the clown nose. I do not need the clown nose. I don't think I have an inventory right now.
She must be deaf.
Yes, my dear.
Do you know what time we're due in Stirling?
6:15, but we're running 8 minutes late.
Would you believe that this clown's nose led us to being on this train tonight?
I would indeed.
No, honestly, You would?
Certainly. You have an honest face.
Yep. That's a nose with a history, all right.
So you said.
Well, that isn't clearly... Okay, I'm talking with this woman. This woman. Okay, this is blatant. This is blatant at this point.
Would you believe that this...
I wouldn't.
No,
Sir.
Yep.
So you
said. Have you seen this man?
Does the name Merlin mean anything to you?
Merlin, a master of illusions. Oh, you said Merlin? Then no, nothing.
Really putting on that accent. Merlin, or Merlin.
Do you know what this is?
Yes, I do. A young friend of mine shook my hand with one just the other day.
Yeah? Well, that's outrageous. He should be shot.
Perhaps. Still, his intentions were good.
I'm sorry that you've been zapped by one of these things.
You shouldn't be.
Okay, well... Now I know who this person is. Pretty obvious.
What's the book you're reading?
Oh, it's something I picked up at the station. A medieval detective story. Quite well written for that kind of thing. It's been out of print for years.
What's it
What's
about?
the title of the book?
The Crooked Crusader Caper by Molly Pegram. I assumed the author was a woman, but apparently not. His real name is...
Professor Nigel Pegram.
That's right. Do you know him?
No, I never met him.
George is a
Oh.
great fan of his, though.
No, we never met him.
Do you know Sterling well?
Yes, I do. Is that where you two lovebirds abound?
Yeah, we...
It's one of the places we thought we'd see on our holiday.
Be sure to visit the castle, won't you?
Oh, I'm sure it's a neat place. But we are not really interested in history, are we, George?
No.
Sure.
Is there a church called St. Ninian's at Sterling?
Yes, there is. And I know why you're going there.
You do?
Of course I do. It's obvious you're in love. You're eloping, and they say romance is dead.
Where are you going, George?
Do I need to spell it out?
Don't snap at me. If you're going to take a leak, why don't you say so?
Okay, I'm going to take a leak. Leak.
Tickets, please.
Oh, hi.
That's a standard full-price peak return. Don't you have a senior citizen's rail card?
I rarely travel by train. My ticket is perfectly valid, is it not?
Well, yeah, but you could have saved up to a third of the cost.
I do not need to indulge in puffling thriftiness.
Blimey, you're a funny old bird and no mistake. Tickets, please, sir.
Here.
Off to Sterling, eh?
Yes, we are.
Well, I hope you won't be disappointed. It's a miserable place this time of year. Still, there's plenty of pubs and a lovely view from the castle.
Thank you.
Lovely.
I don't want to worry you, but there was something familiar about that guy.
Are you sure? You're tired. Perhaps you're mistaken.
Maybe. But I didn't like the look in his eyes when he spoke to you.
Pardon me.
Yes, the...
Can't you sit still, George?
I need to go to the John.
While you're there, check out the buffet card, George. Unthinkable though it is, I am hungry enough to eat English food.
Okay.
And I can't go back into the car. 2 cars.
All I could see of the man's face was a massive purple bruise around his eye. I didn't want to wake him.
To be frank, without a cold water hose, I didn't think I could wake him.
The windows seemed to have been sprayed with tiny flecks of froth.
Didn't open that window, pal.
Why not?
It's freezing out there.
The man's face was blotched and unshaven. I guess he'd been traveling all night.
Hi. Having a party?
No, is this breakfast? Come join us, Mum. Wait, Basha, wake up, Mum. It's company.
His breath was like the outlet from a chemical factory.
Excuse my mate, he's taking a nap. Sleeping like a bobby. We'll wake him up when we get to Newcastle.
We passed through Newcastle half an hour ago.
And I never noticed.
I think the music would have calmed down. Just talking to a just talking to a stereotypical referee, like even striped hat too.
Would you like a red nose?
No thanks, pal. I got one of me.
I don't know why I have it anymore.
Have you ever seen this man before?
Aye, man. He's chalky white and I claim my 10 quid, like.
No, he's an international assassin, and he goes by the name Khan.
Well, aye, man, but I was close, you know.
Do you know what this is?
No, man, what is it?
It's a hand buzzer.
You won't catch me out with that, pal.
If I'd wanted to catch you out, I wouldn't have shown it to you, would I?
Well, maybe she's my pal. Like a clever double bluff, you know.
What is that stuff you're drinking? It smells like gasoline.
Right, I'll put hairs in your chest, like.
And your eyeballs, too, by the looks of you. See you later.
Nothing in here? Nope. Ah, but it moved us over.
Oh, no. That gangster creep from the hotel. Guido. Well, he didn't scare me. Hey, Buster. This is a no-smoking car. Okay, maybe you did scare me. It got worse. I suddenly realized who the conductor had reminded me of. Eckler. Marquet's murderer.
Spell it out for me, huh?
Guido looked like a weasel in a cheap suit. Guido he also looked like the kind of man who wouldn't lose much sleep over murder.
Really need the music to calm down. Yeah, it's not gonna.
The door was locked. The door was locked. I really didn't want to shoot the breeze with this guy.
And I can't get past him either. Why are they gone?
I should have known better than to leave Nico and the old lady alone. Suddenly, the sword of Baphomet took second place to finding the girl I loved.
That's... No, he doesn't bring it up. That's the first time that he brings up that he... Okay. We're just we're shoving the romance in at the very... This feels like very close to the end. Just shoving it in at the end. Why not? Ugh. Okay. So if that's the case... Weird that the perspective of this goes towards the hallway versus the window. And I can't get past him. Those are locked. The only perspective that's different is this one.
Hey, buddy. Listen, I need your help.
What's the matter?
There's a guy on this train who's trying to kill me.
Relax, man. You wouldn't try nothing with us in Basharia. We are veterans like. Slow action at Breitling.
I don't recall the British Army being involved in a conflict in anywhere called Breitling.
Well, you just take it from me, pal. You're in safe hands.
Did you see what happened to the young woman in the next compartment?
No, pal, I didn't. Have you lost her, like?
She's disappeared. The old lady, too. I think they're in trouble.
Oh, yeah, man. An old lady, too?
Yeah. You gotta help me.
Maybe they went to the toilet, like?
I don't think so.
They never go on their own. Always in pairs, you know?
No, she's been abducted. I'm sure. I've got to go look for her.
What's stopping you, pal?
The conductor. He's not what he seems.
You want to avoid him, like?
That's about it, yeah.
No problem.
See you later. I didn't want to be frank.
There's nothing on the right-hand side. Great.
door.
Yeah, he's just a block. All he is.
The door. Hey, buddy. See you later.
Give it to it, Pi. Do a jump.
I don't intend to jump. I'm going to climb on top of the train.
You're kidding, aren't you?
Just watch me.
Hold on now, pal. I'll get your hand, like.
What a pose. What a And that felt a little bit rough. But I can't imagine it looked much different in 96. Okay, I'm just going this way. Odd that he's guarding the other way when I'm going the opposite direction. Yeah? Going down? Oh. Yee. Ooh. I missed whatever that dialogue was. I just saw the action and clicked it.
We were always on the same side. Stobart, different causes, but a common enemy.
The Knights Templar?
Don't call them that. The real Templars were a noble foe. These barbarians have no right to that name. These men are no better than dogs.
What are the Neo-Templars after? What is the Sword of Baphomet?
Not what you think, my friend. It is a weapon, yes, but one which our enemies will find difficult to wield. A double-edged sword. A power older than Dimolay, older than Solomon.
We'll stop them. You and me together, and Nico.
No, George. My journey ends soon at the Garden of Paradise.
You're talking in riddles. Can't you tell me straight what they're after?
The sword symbolizes a colossal energy caused by the alignment of the Earth's natural power fields,
which are focused at St. Ninian's.
The energy endowed the Templars with the power which made them great. A power which made them charismatic to such an extent they could control the will of all around them.
Can I shake your hand?
No.
You know who this is. You want to knows. See, what is this inventory? It is completely useless.
How did you escape from the bull's head?
It is a long walk from the cliff of the bull to the village, Stobart. Fortunately, I know the ways of the wilderness.
Cool. Nothing else to ask?
May Allah guide you to our enemies.
Thanks.
One
Thanks.
last thing.
What? What is it?
Really into that microphone. Yeah,
She's dead.
no. We don't get any one last thing there. By the way, Nico's over there. I'm just going to leave her there. Khan said that the Sword of Baphomet is a colossal power, an energy emanating from the earth that can be harnessed to give whoever controls it great power. Seems that Khan was always on our side. Like his sect in medieval times, he had a great respect for the real Templars, but he knew that he had to stop these frauds. Now he's dead. It's up to us. Nico and me. Nico and me. Like the sound of that. Yeah, this is just coming out of left field. So, well, we're no longer third party. We're now part of the Hashashin. We can't do anything with Can I leave?
Where do you think you're going?
Yeah.
Don't worry. I hadn't forgotten about you.
And
I
tell
have.
me this instant, George Stobart.
I
No.
will.
You can get
When
out
I'm
yourself. When I'm ready.
That's not fair, George.
No.
You took advantage while my hands were tied.
When Eklund pointed that gun at me, I thought I was gonna die. I thought of all the things I'd never get to do. And kissing you was at the top of my list.
George,
Uh-huh.
George, we've got to get off the train. Eklund could recover at any time.
So what are we waiting for?
Okay, I guess we can leave now. Nothing else to look at? No? Alright.
What are you doing?
I'm out of here.
Not that door. Do you want to end up like Flap?
Not especially. What remains of him is well on his way back to London. I hope he was traveling on a return ticket.
Okay, that's who the other guy was. Forgot what he looked like.
I'd feel happier if we had a gun or something.
Khan gave me something.
What?
His handbag.
Oh, great. If we run into any killers, we can give them a good buffeting. Didn't he have any weapons?
You don't know the half of it. This bag's full of C4.
Wow. Why didn't you say so? Boy, we'll show them now. What's C4?
Plastic, George.
We're going to shop our way to victory?
2 kilos of plastic explosive. The detonator's broken now.
No problem. We'll buy a box of matches somewhere.
It doesn't work that way. It takes a small explosion to start the big explosion.
Well, that's not much use then. What does that sign say?
Apparently during the English Civil War in the mid-17th century, this place was used as an arms dump.
Yeah? What happened?
Look at the state of this place, George. You work it out.
Oh, stray spark?
You got it. The tower was the only thing to survive the blast.
I hope the explosion didn't destroy the sword of Baphomet.
Do you? I rather hope it did.
So Nico has C4. And we have a clown nose, a picture of Khan, which is completely useless, and a hand buzzer. Hey, small explosion. We can just shake hands with the C4 and make it explode. Oh, boy. Oh, great. Can I walk back down the path? I totally can. Like, I can go into the church, sure, but... Wow, I can just kind of go all the way back. No use, though, of course. All right. Got a bunch of things to look at.
Above the carved cross was an indecipherable inscription. For all I knew, it could have been scribed in Gaelic. I tried pushing the panel, but wasn't surprised when it failed to move. Nico?
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
Committing this inscription to memory.
Can you read it?
No.
Nico?
Uh-huh.
What's the point of studying the inscription if you can't read it?
Because it could be important. A clue to whatever we're looking for, who knows? I might find someone installing to translate it.
We don't have time to go looking for a linguist.
No? At least I am doing something positive.
Oh, they're at each other's throats.
Nico?
Uh-huh.
What language is that inscription written in?
You're the languages student, you tell me.
It looks like ancient Norse. Maybe.
Perhaps it's in code.
I don't think so.
Norse code.
No. And with that pun, she doesn't want to talk to me anymore. Great.
I tried.
We got a statue here. Meh. We got 4 things we can look at. Meh. You want a nose? I got a
Sometimes
nose.
the most childish gestures can have a cathartic effect. The transformation of the demon to a clown did just that for me.
I don't know why the red spot showed up there. That's. Can he put it in his
The red
mouth?
nose had nothing to grip onto.
Oh.
The red nose had There was nothing.
Of all the things to grip onto, it had to be this one. So weird.
Sometimes the most childish gestures can have a
So weird that
cathartic
shows
effect.
up there. Because there's nothing up there. You want a picture? You want a buzzer? In the eye?
No.
All right, what else we got?
The handle turned easily and the larger wheel began to revolve.
Cool.
Damn! Then the handle came off in my hand.
And it didn't do...
It was the handle from the church tower's winding mechanism. It had cog teeth mounted near its base.
Now that the handle was gone, it was easy to remove the cog and spindle.
Okay, I'm just taking things. Until I can't anymore.
The cog was mounted on a short, slim spindle.
Right. Okay. So, let's look elsewhere.
I scrabbled around in the rubble and found an old clay pipe with a broken stem.
How handy.
The pipe could have been anything from 50 to several hundred years old.
Okay. Still looking at it.
Under one of the stones, I found a metal coin which was green with age.
It was an old coin.
Okay.
It was caked with soil, but what I'd found was a small cog and spindle.
Another one.
The cog was one of those objects I wished I hadn't carried in my pocket.
But why not?
With
Why
mounting
not?
excitement, I felt something between my fingers. It was short, hard, and black. Something I hadn't expected to find here. It was a plastic pen top.
Whoa! Oh my
It was a
god!
black plastic pen top.
I didn't find anything.
Oh. Are we done?
I didn't.
Yeah, we're done. Okay, now I actually have like a bit of an inventory here. I have a handle, 2 cogs, a coin.
It was an...
There we go. Like the coin didn't want to stay there. I can't give it to Nico. Okay. Does she want a pen? Does she have a pen that doesn't have a top on it? Okay, that only means that maybe I can do something with this now. If I can put a clown nose on the nose of the thing, maybe I can put a pipe in his mouth.
With the clay pipe in his mouth, he looked happy, homely, like somebody's granddaddy.
What do you think you're doing, Josh?
I wondered if there was a secret mechanism in the demon's mouth.
Maybe you should show a little more respect.
For a mythical medieval demon? Give me a break.
Okay. Go right ahead. Meddle with forces you don't understand. Incur the demon's wrath and burn in hell. Just see if I care.
Okay. Can I put it anywhere else?
It was no good. The demon wasn't inhaling.
What? What?
I was sure the clay pipe wasn't meant to fit in there.
No, you sure?
The clay pipe wasn't meant to...
Okay, fine. How about the...
no.
How about...
No.
No? Pen? No? Come on, Pen. Do your thing. Do your magic. No comment on that one. Okay. No? Okay. Can I insert coin into mouth? Insert coin into eye. Okay. So, all right. If anything's supposed to make sense here, it's supposed to be
The cog wouldn't fit the demon's nose.
that the demon has a nose.
The cog slipped neatly into the eye socket.
Yeah, we can put the cogs in his eyes.
With a rasp of metal on stone, I eased the second eye into place.
Okay. And then we can put the handle in his mouth.
I pushed the handle into the demon's mouth. The cogs all meshed. I began to turn.
And oddly, I took
It
the
was
handle
the handle
with
from
me.
the church tower's winding mechanism.
Okay. Oh, I can't look at it anymore. Fine. All right, here we go.
As soon as I saw the flickering torches, I realized the bogus Templars had beaten us to the sword. But where were they now? And why was it so quiet?
No, George!
What?
Leave the torch right where it is. In case you haven't noticed, the crypt is full of gunpowder.
So what? Don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust.
No? You think I'm a jerk, don't you?
Don't be silly, George. And keep your voice down. I thought I heard something. Like chanting.
Go further in.
It looks like the Templars got here first.
We might not be too late. There's still a chance.
I wish I had your optimism.
So do I, George. Sometimes you're so negative.
Shake my hand, Nico. I don't know what I'm... I can't even go back up. All right. Let's go forward then. And we go. Whoa, that perspective was bad. Oh, God.
Listen, I can definitely hear chanting.
You're right. I hear it too. What do you suppose they're doing?
It wouldn't surprise me if they were holding some kind of satanic sex ritual.
So,
Nico.
what are we waiting for? Will you look at that? Baphomet. Lavino was right. This place was ancient even to the Templars.
This whole place? This is Baphomet?
Finally, the truth. The Templars had never worshipped this graven image, no more than they'd worship a rainbow. But, like a rainbow, they regarded it as a symbol of a covenant with God, who'd revealed this place to them.
Rosso! Why, the double-dealing treacherous?
On the contrary, Inspector Rosso has been the model of obedience, an important quality in a true Templar.
Why would
Now
you
be
give
quiet and
your
watch
position away?
if you wish to live much longer.
Brothers and sisters, we are gathered here to witness the reforging of the sword that was broken. Here before God's sentinel, Baphomet, Grand Master and Knight of Baphomet, we salute and pledge our obedience to you.
I salute you, gatekeeper of the temple. 7 centuries ago, our greatest weapon, the sword of Baphomet, was lost to us. Now we prepare to reforge it, to wield against new enemies. We shall lead the people to a new order, wherein all borders will dissolve. All will be united under the red cross of the Templars.
Oh, well, it's Templars, okay. Bear under the cross of the Diamond Dogs. Oh. See, in King's Quest 5, like, King Graham just got, like,
George,
froze on the
we
screen.
have watched your efforts to stop us with respect. But surely you realize that you have been misled by our enemies. Both of us want a better world. Fortunately, no harm has been done. We need determined, resourceful men like you. Join us, George. Join us in true brotherhood.
Yeah. True. Wait. Brothers? What about Marquet? What about Pegram and Klausner? You didn't look on them as brothers, only as failures. 3 men dead, and you don't give a damn.
George, you know that sacrifices are necessary. Every great undertaking.
Join you. I'll see you in hell first.
But you already said yeah, so we already got your consent. You're part of the Templars now.
I had great hopes for you. C'est la guerre. Eklund, kill him.
Yeah. Jeez.
I swear, I just wanted things to be right.
Take them. Kill them.
I mean, you're not... You don't need the power of Baphomet. You just need guns. That's all you need.
Well, well. If it isn't the great detective and his beautiful assistant.
Everybody's dead except for me, Guido.
George, what are we going to do?
I'm gonna read my journal. Alright. The Grand Master. A ruthless megalomaniac who manipulates all around him. An assassin perpetuating a medieval conflict to uphold ancient honor. It's crazy. But it all makes perfect sense. The sword, colossal energy, the divine power, his communication with angels, the opportunity to learn arcane and divine secrets. A power that the Templars had and lost. No wonder these Neo-Templar guys wanted to find and reforge the sword so badly. When Edward II led his English armies up to Bannockburn, this must have been his goal. And that is why the Templars intervened to stop him. Okay, we got a pen. We got a pen.
Come on, George, think of something.
What do you suggest?
But this place is full of explosives.
Well, there's only one thing I can actually click on.
Come on, Nico. We're leaving.
You fools! You cannot escape us. Guido! Stop them.
But master, the powder!
That powder is from the English Civil War. You fool. He's over 300 years old.
Gotta pick up the pace in your speech, man.
How explosive do you think it can be?
I thought it was all over, but Nico had one last trick up her sleeve. Or in her handbag, to be exact. A handbag full of plastic explosives.
Maybe, but this stuff is brand new.
fanning the foot. I mean, congrats, you two. You just killed a lot of people.
We didn't stay long in Scotland. George had a vacation to finish, and I had another story to write. Not the real story, of course, but enough half-truths to fill a page and pay my rent for the month. George and I hung out together in Paris. I showed him my favorite restaurants, and he told me his best jokes.
You know, Nico, this city holds so many memories for me now. The cafes, the music.
The sewers.
Tell me about it. The clowns.
The jugglers.
And your pal Labano.
Oh, yes, dear Andre.
When we first met, and I was doing my detective stuff, you kind of disappeared a lot, Nico. Were you and Labano,
There was something happening, but nothing to do with Andre.
Uh-huh.
It was something from the past that I had to deal with, on my own. So, I dealt with it, and now it's over.
Hey, did I ever tell you the one about the old Irish couple in the lottery?
No, but I think you're going to.
Okay, there's this old Irish couple. They've been married forever, like 50 years, and they win the lottery.
That's it. Oh, man. That's the end? Okay, that makes a little bit of sense to me. Also, we have this little cross here. Director's message. 2010 marks Revolution's 20th anniversary. Back in 1990, the Berlin Wall had just fallen. Sierra, creator of the King's Quest series amongst many other adventure titles, ruled supreme in the adventure market. LucasArts was emerging with a new breed of witty, quirky adventure games. Monkey Island was just around the corner. I was development director at the publisher Activision and was keen to set up a development company to challenge the American behemoths. Tony Warner, a designer programmer with whom I had worked a few years earlier, was bored writing aeronautical software. So was his colleague David Sykes. And Noirine? Oh shoot. It's like Sorsha. Carmody. I assume it's an Irish name. Oops. Who is general manager of Activision UK, wanted to move from publishing to development. Sean Brennan, the head of the publisher Mirrorsoft, invited me to lunch one day and told me that if I wanted to set up a studio, that he would fund and publish our games. Everything was fitting into place. All we needed was a game concept to pitch. That game concept was later to evolve into Lure of the Temptress. Based on a system that we called Virtual Theater, the adventure engine guided characters intelligently around a game world. We worked nonstop for weeks to write its prototype, and then drove to Mirrorsoft's offices in London to make the presentation. On en route, after leaving the car unattended for a few minutes, a thief broke into it. The radio was stolen, but for some reason the thieves didn't take the PC in the back seat, which was not insured. So the pitch went ahead. Mirrorsoft commissioned the game, and Revolution was born. The Broken Sword series was conceived, like so many of the best ideas, over an excellent dinner with plenty of wine. It was 94 and I was dining with Noreen. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to say that name correctly. Carmody and Sean Brennan, who was now head of publishing at Virgin Interactive. We started talking about the mythology of the Templars, almost unheard of at the time. What a rich historical background it would create for any entertainment product, particularly game, which is very true. And so, 10 years before the plethora of Templar-themed entertainment products, Broken Sword was born. Oh, she didn't have the blue shoes yet. Dang. We had very high ambitions for the game, but the competition was fierce. At Revolution, we had an excellent team who had written some very successful adventures. But to move to the next level, we needed to bring in the very best people from other creative industries. I convinced a very talented layout artist, Egan Kale, to join the project. He and his colleague Neil Breen, who had previously worked on the Don Bluth studios in Dublin, drew all the backgrounds in pencil, and we digitally colored them in Photoshop. The main characters in the introduction sequence were created and drawn by brilliant animator Mike Burgess, who worked for Red Rover Animation Studio. Tragically, Mike, who was in his 20s, died a few months later. A few years earlier, I had played for a cricket team with the composer Barrington Fellong. We had since lost contact, but when I contacted him to suggest that he might like to write the music, he jumped at the chance. The dream team had come together. The development process was very exhilarating, but often fraught. On its release, Broken Sword was incredibly well received both critically and commercially. The game was followed a year later by Broken Sword 2. After a gap of 5 years, we moved to a 3D presentation for Broken Sword 3, and then Broken Sword 4. While hugely controversial, the move to 3D was necessary to secure publisher support, although my provocative statement that point-and-click adventure games are dead has often returned to haunt me. Just a man with socks and sandals. For this director's cut, I've had the pleasure of working with comic book artist Dave Gibbons, with whom we had previously worked previously on Beneath a Steel Sky. Dave had drawn the facial expressions and the new movies. An honorable mention goes to Tony Warner, who had been an integral part of Revolution since its inception, and Eustace Peters, with whom Tony had programmed this new version. And of course, commercial director who has helped steer the company through both the good and the difficult times. I feel extraordinarily proud that 15 years after being conceived and started designing the first game, there is still such passion for the games, and privileged that so many fans have remained so loyal to the series. Thank you, Charles Cecil, director. Yep, there he is with slightly less hair. Photograph of Constantine's broken sword. Erected outside York Minster a few years ago. Constantine, by this sign. C-O-N-O-U-C-E. Quite a message there. Now here's the thing. What happens if I continue? I just end up there. Interesting. Yeah, and we just end up here. So, this is quite a lot to say here, especially when it comes to. I mentioned that I did I went down a rabbit hole with Broken Sword recently, and it's because I was really confused about the movies, the cinematics that were kind of playing there, and how they just kind of got just cut off. So I went and looked at the reforged version, the one that came out last year, and it does look to fix that and actually like extend in order to not feel that way. So it's like, okay, it was fixed. But then I looked further at the reforged version and realized that all of the Nico stuff at the beginning of this whole thing was cut. And that's because in the original Broken Sword, the 1986 version, Nico's stuff that she's going around doing also was not a thing. So when at the very end, she's talking about the stuff that she had to do, which was the stuff about Carchan and Imelda's death, and how her father was involved in that whole thing, and her finding that the Templar key and going into the secret office area and finding those things there. It sure amounted to not much, did it? It did not blend. It did not blend at all. I also looked at the Wii version of this director's cut, because there's a version of this for the Wii, and it looked like it was like slightly improved on versus the PC release. Things were a little bit smoother. There was more there was like tiny like improvements to the animation quality. Lip syncing was also put into different places. Like this thing has been meddled with. This game has been meddled with for 28 years, if I'm just going up to 2024. To almost to the point where the director's cut is not a director's cut, because they took stuff away and went, yeah, this stuff didn't make any sense. This stuff didn't work. So when we re-release this again...
What about it?
She's still just like... She wasn't strangled. She was just punched.
Just grab it and throw it at the explosives.
Okay. Oh, wow. This just plays automatically?
Come on, Nico. We're leaving.
It absolutely does.
You fools! You cannot escape. But Master,
yeah,
that's power. He's so...
I thought it was all over. Or in a hand.
Maybe.
Okay, this is just going to play out. This is... that's fascinating how much this had been changed around. Like they run out of the church was completely exploded. They would have just completely killed them. I also look at this now. They reuse this because some of those explosions were from the explosion of the cafe. And yeah, the romantic business between George and Nico is so forced. It does not work. God, like, it's completely pointless.
We didn't stay long in Scotland. George had a vacation to finish, and I had another story to write. Not the real story, of course, but enough half-truths to fill a page and pay my rent for the month.
I remember when you can do
George
that.
And I hung out together in Paris. I showed him my favorite restaurants, and he told me his best jokes.
You know, Nico, this city holds so many memories for me now. The cafe.
It is very
music,
Beneath the Steel Sky with this animation here, but
the jugglers.
And your pal Labano.
The lip movements and whatnot is a little bit.
When we first
stiff.
met, and I was doing my detective stuff, you kind of disappeared a lot, Nico. Were you and Labano,
There was something happening, but nothing to do with Andre.
Uh-huh.
It was something from the past that I had to deal with, on my own. So, I dealt with it, and now it's over.
I dealt with it, and now it's over.
Hey, did I ever tell you the one about the old Irish couple that lied?
Oh, that's
No, but I think you're going
It's
to.
because they
there's this old
bring
Irish
up
couple.
so
They've been
many
married forever,
undercooked
50 years, and they
plot
won the lottery.
areas and just like character development that it really bugs me. It's just so undercooked. Oh, like, yeah. It's amazing how much meddling has happened with this thing over the years. Now, there's one other thing I wanted to look up because I don't know if anybody else has been paying attention, but over on the side, I'm going to go back into this, but go over to here. These have been changing from X's to check marks. I fell in love with photography on my 12th birthday. Papa had bought me a camera. We were on vacation, just the two of us. It was my last summer as a child. Papa told me how proud he was of me, how beautiful I looked. And then the summer was over. Papa had to leave. He had no idea what was about to happen. No fear for the future. No warning. But suddenly, I was alone. And now, as every summer ends, the nightmare returns. Each time I must wash away the sadness. Let it dissolve and fade. There's 2 5s on the phone. I'm just gonna point that out. There's 2 5s on the phone. The sun always helps. And so does my work. Never a dull moment for a photojournalist. Nico Collard? Get your ass over to the play now. You got an interview with Pierre Cauchon. Yes, the Pierre Cauchon. He asked for you, personally. Don't ask me why. Anyhow, this could be big. It's like they were trying to piece this together with the Templars, and it just didn't need to be there. So if he makes a pass, don't forget, just smile, say yes, and keep taking notes. This was the assignment that could make my career. Cauchon was a media king, a national hero. Sun felt better than ever. Even if it did mean that the streets of Paris were full of tourists. Well, there he is. There's that guy again. Later across town. Oh, there he is. Oh! Well, there's the sergeant. But there's... That's a fun little guy. That's a fun Easter egg. Just have Foster right there. 10 euros? Really? Okay, I'll take it, I guess. Oh, we get a close-up on Foster. Nice. Say, officer, where can a guy get a cup of coffee around here? Coffee, monsieur? Café de la Chandelle Verte is charming. It's through there. And yeah, and this isn't cohesive either, because if Sergeant Moo was the one who directed George over to the cafe, he would have said something. Charming indeed. Yeah, it's just the prologue comic. Huh. I don't know how to feel about this game overall. This is the one that has definitely been worked on and kept up the most. Commercially successful, critically successful, and I get why. There are certainly bits about it, like cohesiveness overall is like very engaging. I can't ignore that there's so many unfinished, unconnected threads that don't lead to anything, which in hindsight, now they see that it's like even this director's cut is not the end all be all, because the Reforged went ahead and went, yeah, all the director's cut stuff doesn't mean anything. Also the character of Andre. I'm thinking about it. Where it's like, okay, he has a connection with Nico, but that isn't even explored, because if they wanted to do more exploration, they would have had more time with Nico, and they didn't do that. That's the whole thing. Now, the other problem with this whole thing is that when it comes to Broken Sword as a series, like there's 5 games, and in the blah blah blah, in the director's notes, it's kind of going like, yeah, Charles Cecil does mention that it's like, yeah, the Broken Sword series is kind of on a downward trend from 1, 2, 3, and 4 because the 5th one wasn't out yet. So I know that Broken Sword 6 is a thing. It's not out yet. But it's been delayed a lot. It's been delayed multiple times. It might come out this year, it might come out next year. According to him. I don't know what it's going to be like. Because from what I understand, the second game came out a year after this one in 97. And just kind of carries on with things. There's a lot of returning characters I've heard. And I even have like a physical copy of the third game, and I've heard that the third game is not good. I've heard that. And then the 4th one apparently is not good either. I've heard nothing about the 5th game. Nothing about, what is it called? Serpent's Curse? Nothing. So yeah, like, if anything, with Broken Sword, like, they started with the peak. This is the peak, and it's just downward from here. I'm glad I've played it. I'm curious about where it goes next, but I think I'm going to do that on my own time. I'm not going to be on a stream or anything like that. Let's be the credits. Alright. I think I'm going to let the credits play. And when the credits are done, we're just going to go. I have not much else to say other than, yeah, going to continue next week. New thing. I've got the next 2 or 3 things lined up, so that'll be good. The next thing is going to be also short as well. I'm going to do another short thing, and then after that, we're going to go into something long that I wanted to knock out. All right. When the credits are done, see y'all later, but I'll do my piece now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And hopefully you enjoyed Broken Sword. I enjoyed it. I'm critical of it. I think that it's kind of gotten hit a bit. But yeah. Play the thing. Alright. See y'all next time. Bye.